Ah, listen, no crackle. Well, you'd never have thought that something as small as this could cause so much grief. But, dear, oh dear, yes. The crackling sound through the speaker was caused by poor commutation on the little DC motor that drives this thing. Now, like the early Philips cassette decks and recorders, the control module that sets the speed of this motor is separate, and in this case it's all tied up with the amplifier on the same board. So poor commutation, of course, is bound to cause a crackle through there, isn't it, in such a simple circuit. So the search was on for another motor. Well, I found one in the shed all right, but the only trouble was that the pulley on the end, the diameters were too big. And try as I might to alter the trim pot on the control module, I couldn't get the thing to run right at all. It was still a wee bit too fast to my ears, and when I checked it with the strobe, I was proved right. So, what to do? Well, the only thing I could do was to very carefully draw off the pulley from the dead motor and draw off the pulley from the good motor, swap them over, put the good motor with the original pulley in, reset the trim pot, and away we went. And that's what I ended up doing. I've got the old angle poise there with an incandescent bulb in it. Oh yes, I know, the green Nazis will be after me, won't they? As well as the government Nazis. What a load of tossers. But checking it with the strobe here revealed that the LP I'm playing now was turning at exactly the right speed. So no crackle either. The only crackle you'll get is if it's on the record. I thought, I can't put that on eBay like that because it's just not, well, it'll spoil people's enjoyment, won't it? Another job I did on this was to change the foam in the battery compartment, which had gone to gingerbread, just through old age. The contacts in the battery compartment are perfectly alright. There's no corrosion or anything nasty like that to worry about. And you can, if you want to, run this on the mains via an adapter. What you want is a 9-volt regulated power supply. Don't be tempted to go and buy an unregulated cheapy supply from Tesco or wherever, because even if you set it to 9 volts, the chances are it'll be producing more, because this machine doesn't take much current to pull the load down. What you need is a plug like that. Next to the battery compartment there's another compartment that looks as if it should have had a mains lead in, and indeed in some models for Europe it did, complete with European plug on the end. But if you look on one side, there's a little receptacle for this, and you plug it in, switch your adapter on, and away you go. You know, very satisfactory. So yeah, that's the end of this little saga anyway. At least the little Philips works again as it should do, with no crackling. I actually opened up the little motor to see what's inside it. There's tiny little radial commutator, tiny little phosphor bronze brushes, and you know, you can't do what we used to do on the railway and reskin the commutator and change the brushes on the big old traction motors. No way, it's just not going to be feasible. So, following its motor transplant and a period of convalescence here in my kitchen, it seems to be playing very well indeed. She's a girl for you. All ladies to the centre. You circle it just once. Go round and swing it, fella. And promenade again. Promenade home, Cindy, Cindy. Home, Cindy Lou. Promenade home, Cindy, Cindy. And this is what you do. Eight couples down the centre. Divide the ring in two. Go through the open window and swing your Cindy Lou. Side couples down the centre. You split the ring in two. Go through the open window and swing your Cindy Lou. You Alaman left your corner, and Alaman right your own. Go back and swing your corner, and promenade home, promenade home, Cindy, Cindy, home, Cindy Lou, promenade home, Cindy, Cindy, she's the girl for you. Four ladies to the centre, you circle it once round, go round and swing your corner, and promenade again, promenade home, Cindy, Cindy, home, Cindy Lou, promenade home, Cindy, Cindy, she's the girl for you.
side, couples down the centre, divide the ring in two, go through the...
While the sound's not hi-fi, it is pretty good, and this cartridge was used in even some fairly high-end equipment Philips made back in the 60s and 70s. Sadly today, if you buy any electronic goods like a TV set badged as a Philips, it is just badged as a Philips. It's not made in Europe anymore. Oh dear, yes, times have certainly changed, and not for the better, eh? Anyway, thanks for watching, see you soon.